and welcome to My Xbox and Me, episode 215. I am one of your hosts, MC Fixer, alongside the man who wears red, Crash. How are you?
Where'd that come from?
Are you not in red? Are you not wearing red?
No, I absolutely am wearing red. But like,
what's the problem then?
saying the man who wears red is like I wear red every week.
I mean, that's totally up to you if you wear red from now on. But today you're wearing red.
Got it. I'm gonna wear this exact hoodie every week from now on.
I mean, we know. Look, we need to start a GoFundMe for Crash. He needs new clothes. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it.
Big facts.
Didn't mean it. Crash, how are you? What have you been up to?
Oh, I'm doing good. I've been playing games.
Is that why I've not spoken to you like the last week? Is that why? Like,
no, I had finals last week.
Okay.
And then I had a project to do, which was the last thing I had to do.
So now you're free.
Now I'm free. Yeah.
So what's your excuse for not beating the games then? What's it gonna
I
be?
already beat the game.
Oh, what did you? Wait. We'll get there. We'll get there. If you don't know, My Xbox and Me is our weekly Xbox podcast here on YouTube.com/MCFixer. It is moving. The start of the new year, it will be moved to the My Xbox and Me YouTube channel again. It won't be moved again from now on. It's done. There's a lot of things in place, and if you care about the video version, that's where you'll have to go watch it. If you're not a video watcher, don't worry about it. You're fine. Don't stress. But you can get us everywhere. iTunes, Spotify, Podbean, everywhere. There's Android places. So I've got a little bit of a tangent to go on, Crash. So my mum got a new Android phone. My mum got a Sony Galaxy 10. My aunt bought it for her. So I was like, oh, yeah. And my mum owed me money. So I was like, I tell you what, Mum. Don't worry about the money. Give me your old Android phone. What was I thinking? xCloud, baby. I'm like, okay, cool. So I went and got this phone. It's too old. It's not. It doesn't have Android 6.1.
Damn.
I thought I had mastered it all. I thought I had absolutely. I was like, well, the phone's not. I knew the phone was old. I knew it was old.
Yeah.
I thought, oh, it's Android.
It's streaming. It doesn't matter.
It's gonna work. It's gonna just work. Yeah. But apparently, it needs 6.0 instead of whatever it is. This does. I think this is 5.51. It's like I think this is a Galaxy Prime or some crap. It's some piece of crap that I now have, and I'm like, well,
got nothing to do with it.
Well, I'm never gonna use this.
Backup phone.
I've already got a backup iPhone.
Backup phone.
I guess.
You look so disappointed.
I was, honestly. I got home. I restarted it. Got home. And then I was like, all right, cool, here we go. I'm going to get in bed. I'm going to get in bed. I'm going to play Project xCloud. I'm in the preview program. Boom, boom, boom. And then literally, like, I went to the store to download it one day. I was like, that's weird. I was like, oh, it's an old phone. Maybe it needs updates. Check the updates. It was at 5.1. I was like, okay, that's cool. Seems up to date. Check the Xbox website, 6.0. I'm like,
ooh.
Oh, no. What do I do now? So, that kind of sucks. But, you know. It happens. Yeah. Events for the rest of the year. There are none. No events. Thank God. Thank goodness, Crash. I get to just relax. Game night this month. Little Smitty was asking, should we do one? I've decided, no game night this month. Last month was a wash. What? Should have done anything for no one to show up? What?
Should have done a Christmas game night for everybody to come and celebrate Christmas as a community.
No, because no one would show up. We could do Jackbox. We could have done that. We could have done Jackbox.
I know. I was memeing it up.
No one's gonna show. I'm not.
Nope.
Nope. Not doing it. Not doing it. We'll start off fresh at the new year. Maybe. I haven't decided yet. To be fair, there'll be more of us. There'll be more of us part of the team in the new year. So you'll hear about that very, very soon. No Patreon producer this month. So let's get straight into topic of the show. I was about topic of the month. It will be topic of the next year, I suppose. Everything we know about the Xbox Series X. Obviously, a bunch more details have come out since the Game Awards. We had like rumored specs and stuff. Now we have specs. We have size. There's images of people that have put it up. IGN put one up against a banana. They've got it 3D printed. It's cool. I mean, I'll be honest. Obviously, I've had so many people reach out to me like, "Oh, how excited are you for the X? How excited are you for this?" And I'm like, I'm not really that excited. Like, I know I'm getting it. Obviously, I'll save up and buy it, sort of thing. But I'm like, I'm not excited for it per se. Like, because I'm still under. Maybe I'm wrong. And maybe I've read into this wrong. Are we not gonna get cross-generation games now?
Yeah. You don't have as big of an incentive to like upgrade as
well, this is
I do, or somebody who has the original one.
exactly. I think that's where I'm at. Where it's like I've got, and I'm not even going to talk about my PC. I'm strictly just I've got an Xbox One X, and if we're getting cross generational games, I don't really care if I can only play it in medium settings right now. And we'll get go on.
I don't even think in the beginning it'll be medium settings for like probably the first few releases. The big difference will more than likely just be maybe a little bit of frame rate differences and load times.
I'm sure Hellblade is going to look fantastic on the Series X. I'm sure every exclusive is, but we don't get exclusives that often that it's really going to matter third party wise. So let's get into everything we know about this anyway. So the processor is a custom AMD Zen 2 based CPU, 8 times at 3.6 gigahertz. Does any of this mean anything to you? Do you know enough about computer parts and obviously console parts to understand this, or not really?
No, not at all.
No, me either. So we'll just read them out. I know that it's what's being put out there at the moment. It's 4 times faster than the Xbox One X. Load times are meant to be absolutely crazy on this thing, just like on the PS5, which they showed off. The graphics card is a custom AMD Navy-based GPU, which can do 12 teraflops RDNA. Again, it's going to look pretty, I assume. It's going to look super, super pretty. Not that I thought, again, we're in this weird place again where, like, if I feel like the hardware's not the problem. It's now people's monitors and TVs that are going to become the problem.
That's why I don't think for, like, probably the first year, maybe half a year, you won't get too many games that are, like, really looking out there because the developer won't really need to really put in that extra effort. Most people won't get that.
I agree with you from a third-party perspective. I don't agree with you from a first-party. Like, first-party, I feel like they will push the hardware because that's what their job. Their job is to sell systems. So I think Halo's going to look amazing on the Series X. Not that I don't think it's not going to look amazing, like good on the One X, but they need a reason for you to upgrade. They need a reason for you to do it from a first-party perspective. That's their job. Their job is to sell games and to move systems. So their job is to do that. Where third party, I don't think FIFA 20 is going to look that different between the X Series and the One X. Like, I just don't see it being a big problem. So, storage, you're looking at a NVEM SSD, and this is from Windows Central, and they've said, we've heard read speeds are anywhere between up to 2 gigabytes. I believe that's very fast. Very fast.
Do we not know how much storage it'll come with?
So, again, no, calm down. We're getting there. There's rumors. Again, the minimum this thing can do is a 1 terabyte. The minimum it can even have. But I think it's going to be 1 terabyte again.
Probably.
Anything above that is
you can make people buy it. You could
there's
say, you have to buy the 2 terabytes or whatever, and I don't think too many people would complain about that.
Again, I'll be interested to know what sort of size Halo Infinite is on the One X. I think 10 games is fair. As long as it's not 100 gig, I feel like 10 games is fair for people. And then if you choose to buy an external hard drive, that's your prerogative.
Yeah.
But 10 games nowadays, which I know it doesn't sound like many, but if you're anything like me, once I beat a game, I literally uninstall it straight away. Like, if I'm not going to go for the 1000G on it and stuff, I just don't care enough to have it on my system all of the time.
Yeah.
So, but that's just me. That is just me. And I do have a 4 terabyte connected to my X now, so I've only used like half of the space on it though. So, yeah. Video output will be 8K, 4K at 120 hertz, and also, but not on this list, but 144p as well. So it can do everything across the board, which is pretty much what we expect. The 8K is the thing that worries me a little bit, because the fact it can do 8K doesn't mean that it will do 8K anytime soon.
Yeah. The thing with 8K is probably if you want to get 8K, it'll be the same way where you have to choose, do you want good performance or do you want good visuals? That's probably what the 8K will be, I would assume.
Towards the end. Again, I would assume it's towards the end of the life cycle as well. Like 8K TVs right now are like 6K. 7K, 8K, like they're upwards of that sort of price
Yeah.
range. So that's not for the everyday person who's
Yeah,
playing video
not
games.
for right now. It'll be middle to end of the life cycle. Like middle of life
you
cycle
think
is probably where
middle?
we'll see some games. A few of them. I don't think it'll be like every game has that option,
See,
right?
it's interesting you say that because I feel like we're taking, because 1080p is such a good resolution, right? 1080p is
Yeah,
such a good resolution. There's nothing wrong with it. And not that I don't think the jump from 1080p to 4K isn't noticeable. It is extremely noticeable, but it's such a good resolution that people are not going out to buy new TVs and monitors just for the sake of it.
correct. But people will buy a console because it's like, oh, it can do 8K. You get it because it can do 8K, but you don't even know that your TV can't do 8K.
Yeah.
People just hear the
Okay.
bigger numbers and like, oh, I want that. So that's why I think they will have the option there for people who do want to have it,
At some
but it'll
point.
be an option that a lot of people can't utilize in general.
Got you. Fair enough. It will have a 4K Blu-ray optical drive. Ports are unknown, so we don't know if this thing's going to have a HDMI out, which obviously is probably the most underused thing on
I
the
always
Xbox.
forget that it has that until I plug it in by accident, and I'm like, oh, why isn't it going through?
You
to
called
my
me out on it
monitor?
the other day.
Did I?
Yeah, don't you remember? I was like, go check your Gears Xbox, guarantee it's there. And you went and checked. But I was like, it is there. Like, everybody has them. I mean, I'll be honest, I liked it early on. I liked the idea early on of plugging my TV box into my Xbox and then just using my
Yeah.
Xbox as the one thing. It just, in concept, it didn't work.
Yeah.
And then obviously
Yeah.
I went and got a TV that's got like 5 HDMI ports, and I'm like, well, I'm never going to do that now. I don't even turn on my Xbox to use YouTube anymore because I've got a smart TV. So, yeah, it became a gaming
Yeah.
machine and not an entertainment machine. So,
Yeah.
very interesting. So, but ports are unknown. We don't know what's on the back of this thing. We don't know if it's going to have a power pack. We don't know if it's got an optical. All these things,
Hopefully it
I'm
has an
assuming.
optical.
It will have an optical. It won't have a power
Who
pack. I
knows?
assume both these things, but we don't know. We
Yeah.
don't know currently. Color is matte black. Price crash. What do you think the price will be? Just out of interest, what do you reckon?
$450.
That's wishful thinking. I like it.
I don't think they can go.
This
I don't think
thing's
they can go more than
500.
500.
This thing's 500.
Yeah, I don't think they
We're
can
in-
go more.
They
Than 500.
can. That's where it's at. I feel like we're at that place now in the industry, especially with the fact that we have the X out there, especially with the fact that iPhones cost £1,000, more than £1,000. Especially with the fact that they've got their system now, which is like the pay monthly. This thing's gonna be 500.
Mhm.
They're not
Um,
playing around anymore. It's a beefy machine from the looks of things, from a casual's point of view when it comes to hardware. It can do 8K, it can do 120 hertz, it can do 144p. Like, this thing's gonna cost £500. Like, definitely. I saw an article of them pricing it up compared to a PC, and I think it was like the PC. That was halfway through. I didn't actually read the whole thing because reading's hard for me. But it was like at £600 when I stopped already, and I was like, okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, but consoles always take a loss, and I'm
I
curious.
understand that.
I'm curious how much of a loss Microsoft is willing to take. I don't think it'll be 450. I want it to be 450. 500 is probably the good bet. I don't think it goes above 500.
I feel like this totally depends upon, and I could be wrong, because I know they're sitting in boardrooms and they make these decisions way out. But if Sony come out and do a show in January, February, March, yeah, before E3,
Yeah.
I'll be interested to know if they come out with their price. I feel like Xbox will either match or undercut. I
Yeah.
don't think Xbox this next gen will want to be over, even if it's more powerful, will not want to be more than the PlayStation 5. I don't think
Yeah.
in any way, shape, or form they want that.
Yeah. I don't think Sony will show it until E3 probably.
No, I think they'll show before.
I don't think so.
Totally.
Not price.
I feel maybe not price.
I think
Yeah,
price is
maybe you're
that's
right.
the only
Maybe
thing I'm
you're
talking
right.
about is price.
Got you.
I
Yeah.
think Sony's gonna go into E3 with a few different price points. They're like, we could do this, this, or this,
Mm.
and it all depends on what Microsoft does, because Microsoft normally goes before Sony,
Yeah, I would
unless that
love-
order changes up.
Wouldn't you love it if Xbox pulled the They won't do it, but wouldn't it be dope if they were like, "Oh yeah, we're putting our show," because they do it in the Microsoft Theater. They
Yeah.
don't do it at the E3 Coliseum or anything like that. If they were like, "Oh yeah, we're doing our show at Sony's time slot," imagine they come out and did that. They won't. They won't. I know they won't. But imagine if they did.
I don't like it. I don't think it'd be a good move for them.
No, nor do I. I don't. I would like it from a perspective of what would Sony do, not because I think it's a small
To see how Sony would react. Would they step out of the timeline, or would they be like, okay, we'll see you on this? Oh, you know what? You sold me on it. I want to see this.
No, because
Microsoft step up to the plate.
I understand why Microsoft go first. I understand why Microsoft do it at the time they do. It suits everybody.
Yeah.
Time zone wise. It does great numbers. It caters to their UK audience. It caters to its American audience. I think it's only is it West Coast that gets it a little bit hard usually? I don't know. I'm not in America, so.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I don't remember.
I know someone gets it a little bit. It's a little bit late or a little bit early for some people, but whatever. I'd be interested. I think this thing comes in at £500. I think they're expecting most people to take the iPhone model with it now, where it's a case of, I'll pay you £30 a month for my console. Where like over here, Game are pushing that system hard. I went to my uncle's house, went to Fishy's house, and my aunt was saying that her friend just done it for their son, so they can upgrade to the new console when it comes out. So
what's the price for right now that you have to pay for a month?
Over here is £20-something. I think it's like £24, but then when the new system comes, it's gonna go up to 30, I believe, something like that.
Okay, so £30 over, and it's over 2 years, right?
Yeah,
£30 over 2 years is 300, 600, £720.
That makes sense because you get a year of Game Pass Ultimate. You get I think it comes with some sort of games come with gold as well. So overall, the package probably works. It's more expensive. 100%, it's going to be more expensive.
Probably, but it's more affordable. That's the point.
It's more affordable for the everyday person.
Yeah.
Not me. No way. I'm trading in Haley's Xbox straight away.
Have you told Haley this?
Yeah, she knows. Yeah. She gets my Scorpio edition. Scorpio edition, yeah. Well, she don't get it. She gets to use it until we get her One X series. Which, again, I mean, at that point where I'm like, is she ever going to have a One X series? Probably not. Because she'll be able to play everything. Number one. And then by the time it comes around for us to upgrade hers, because we usually do it like 2 years after, usually. Because what we usually do is we both go halves on the next console. And then I go halves with her on her console, sort of thing, when we want it. But if she's got an X already, she doesn't really need an X series. And then by the time there's an X upgrade, I'm going to want that. So she'll probably then get my X series, and then the Project Scorpio edition will go back in its box. And stay nice and
it'll
safe.
just keep going like that.
You would have thought so, right?
Yeah. Maybe.
But, I don't know. Size, we have it at 30 centimeters by 16 centimeters by 16 centimeters. They say that it's 3 Xbox One controllers currently high and about the same width as one. Not a very big machine, Crash.
Nope.
We spoke about it briefly, obviously on the Game Awards edition. Has it grown on you at all, or?
Visually, I liked it.
Yeah, I'm not saying you don't like it.
Oh,
okay. Has it made? Is it more so? Now we're seeing it compared to other things. We're seeing it out there a bit more 3D models and things made with paper. And I thought that was a brilliant idea by people as well. By the way, I just thought, that's really smart. Like seeing it more next to a PlayStation, next to an Xbox One X, next to a banana. Like, does it look nicer now, or is it just the same sort of level you like it?
It's the same sort of level for me. I really liked it when they showed it off, and I still really like it right now. So I'm 100% on the positive with how this looks. I actually think it looks super clean. I think for me personally, it'll fit in really good on a desk. I think it fits in good on a desk. I think for people with a TV stand where they don't have a lot of room under their TV or wherever they keep their console, this might be a little bit troublesome. We got
a question about that a little bit later, if I'm not mistaken.
So then we'll talk more about that later.
Well, yeah, we will. But yeah, overall, I am impressed with what they've shown. I'm impressed with the look. I'm impressed with the messaging and the marketing for it so far.
Hmm.
I think there was a question in that Discord that I didn't end up putting in, but I think Zyga said, like, why did they show it at Game Awards? Like, why there? Why not do their own show in January, etc., etc.? Which, if you haven't seen Aaron Greenberg, who follows me on Twitter and Instagram, oh yes, he does. Super humble brag there, Crash. Super humble brag. He was tweeting out that the metrics apparently are nuts for the console. It's like bigger than anything they've had in the last few years, metric-wise. So I think that's the reason why. It was seen by a lot of people. It was watched by a lot of people. It was viewed by a lot of people. They're the first ones to come out and talk about their console in a big way to show it off. They control the market. They control the messaging right now. There's no one's talking about PlayStation.
I think there's two different ways to look at it, and I think both take into account. One is the Game Awards. Everybody's watching that. People who don't play Xbox, people who play PlayStation, people who are only on PC. Everybody's watching the Game Awards. That's number one. And number two is they sort of release half the information right now, and people will get their jokes off and whatever they dislike, and people will grow accustomed to it. People will keep seeing it pop up, the look of the console if they dislike it, and eventually it might grow on them. By the time they drop the next big reveal, they're like, oh, the look of the console doesn't bother me anymore. So I think it's a plus on both those sides for them to reveal it at the Game Awards.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. Definitely on the case of you can mock it and call it a refrigerator at the moment. I think that's the big one going around. Or I only really see the positive side of it all because I follow a bunch of Xbox people, so I'm seeing like the Xbox Pope who is like coming up with all the crazy skins for it and stuff like that. So I'm only really seeing that side. I've seen a few of the memes go around like the refrigerator, but then I saw the one with the PlayStation 5 dev kit with a piece of pizza stuck in it, and I thought that was really cool as well. So yeah, it's an interesting one. It's an interesting one. Let's get to some fan questions this week. The first one comes from Zyger, and it says, the Xbox One X... sorry, I have to get out of saying that. The Xbox Series X controller looks like a slightly modified version of the Xbox One X controller, but one noticeable key difference is the share button, which is placed below the menu and option buttons. What implements would you predict this share button does? Screenshots, video clips, Twitch/Mixer streaming, all of the above? What are your thoughts on the new controller design? Well, this is a hard one because it pretty much looks exactly the same as the Xbox One controller, right? Besides the new D-pad and the share button. And if you look really closely, it looks like they've got the little grip things on the triggers, which look cool. The share button itself is going to be a case of screenshots, video sharing directly to Facebook, Twitter. I don't know about Mixer because Mixer doesn't have clips.
I don't think it does.
It even be Twitch either.
I don't think it's nothing streaming. It's just recording small clips and taking screenshots. It's probably double tap it for a screenshot or press it once for a clip or whatever, whichever way they do it. I do think because they added the share button on the controller that whatever they do with the UI next time, they're going to make a bigger emphasis on people uploading their clips and liking it and everything because they already have you following people.
Yeah, you're right. I agree with you. By the way, I'm not putting faces. I don't agree. It's a case of I just always find that stuff corny.
I do too.
I don't find it. I go to different platforms for that. I go to Instagram or Facebook or Twitter or YouTube to like, share, and comment. I don't go to my Xbox dashboard for that.
I agree. But they're trying to make it more of a platform. So I see why they go there.
Maybe it's a case of they're going to implement it a lot better and make me want to. But I never found like there's a customs feed at the moment that I just don't use. Like it's just pointless. I agree. Like your achievements pop, and every once in a while I have someone click like on it. I'm like, what are you doing?
I forgot you could do that.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. There's nothing. I think even Phil come out and said it in the interview with who was it with? I can't remember who it was with, so sorry, I can't credit you. But it's like we're not resolute. We're not changing the game with this. PlayStation already has this. Like it's just a case of we're getting.
It's catching up.
Yeah, which is like that makes sense. So thank you for that question, Zygo. He's got another one, which is, as as an industry, we're starting to see first-party studios publish and support games on other platforms. Best example being Minecraft getting PlayStation crossplay added, as well as Sony's MLB The Show IP going on other platforms beyond PlayStation devices. What other first-party games or party game or games from any big three do you think will join crossplay support, if any? Personally, I like to think that Double Fine are being working on whatever Double Fine working on next has a good chance of being multi-platform given their history, even though they are owned and operated by Microsoft Game Studios from Zygar. I don't think we're gonna see anything else for a while now. Especially go on.
I was just gonna say, I think it'll be like the rare case of a game that is out on a platform for a while, and they're like, whoever's gonna buy it on Xbox or PlayStation or whatever has been there for a while, we can move it over to another platform. And more than likely, you'll usually see that platform probably be the Switch and not PlayStation or Xbox.
Yeah, I mean, the thing for me is MLB The Show is an interesting one, obviously. I think the important thing to remember is baseball is a dying sport. So, and it is, the numbers show that. The baseball is a dying sport. Obviously, it's so American focused and so American based, it doesn't get out of there, even though you guys are the biggest country, it's still a dying sport, even in your country. So I feel like this was more of a case of not Sony's doing, of like whoever owns a license for the MLB. Or MLB, who owns the license, was saying, hey, we're a dying sport where we're not bringing in a new audience of young people because our game sells well enough, but only on one system as well. I think this is like a multi-layered problem for MLB The Show. I don't think we see this for another Sony exclusive ever, this next gen. Never.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, the thing is, you have to remember the way that people talk about MLB The Show is it's a really well-designed game for baseball fans.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it never really gets like the FIFA thing of like, oh, this version's like really bad, you shouldn't play it, whatever. It's always like, oh, it's good. It might not be as good as the other one, but it's always good.
That being said, though, that's the privilege you have when you're developing for one console.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Does it run into similar issues that FIFA and NBA and all those run into?
Does it have crossplay? Does it have cross progression across other systems? Like, I feel like, I'm not saying it will, but I'm just saying like Sony are not doing this because they want to. Sony are doing this because they have to. Like, I feel, I don't know the ins and outs of the deal. I feel like it's a case of we need this to be doing it. It sells well every year. Every single year it sells well. So it's not a case of it not performing well enough. It's a case of someone has said the sport of baseball needs to grow. And by having it exclusively on a system, it's not going to work. Maybe it was a case of their licensing deal was coming up, and they were saying, we love what you guys do, but it doesn't move the needle enough. What can we do to move the needle? I suppose we could put it on other platforms. All right, cool, let's do that.
I could see a situation where Sony's like, yeah, we'll put it on other platforms. Because you have to remember, like, they make it. And so it's like, okay, we see the sales, like, dropping slowly and slowly. And even if they put it on other platforms, they're still going to get money for every time it sells on Xbox and Switch and all that stuff.
But I feel like Xbox understand that way more than Sony do. And I just don't think, especially with the new console gens coming in, that you're going to see... You've got to think of all the... Every first-party studio at Xbox is working on a Xbox One... Xbox Series X game. None of those games, maybe I'm wrong, but none of those games are coming to other platforms. Obviously, when I say other platforms, I don't count PC because we know every exclusive comes to PC. Because I see Microsoft, Windows is Microsoft. So I see that as a companion to it. It's not, I understand why, but I don't see, because of the Xbox app and stuff like that now, it is a seamless experience across the board. Like, you're not jumping into Steam, or you're not jumping into the Epic Game Store. It is a seamless experience across PC to Xbox. It is.
Yeah. That's going to stop being the case.
Like that. What do you mean?
The games are starting to come to Steam.
No. I understand that. I'm not saying, but you have to buy them again on Steam. If you bought it on Xbox, you're on through Game Pass or whatever, however you're doing it, which is how most people get their exclusives now. I shouldn't say most, right? People, how a lot of people get their exclusives. It's a seamless experience then. Not necessarily. Why?
If I have regular Game Pass, it's not a seamless experience.
Okay.
because it's not across both.
Okay.
You have to have Game Pass Ultimate.
Got ya. Maybe they've maybe they've got me because I think again because I'm in such a my echo chamber of Xbox fans. I know most people bought like a year's worth and then got the because anything that you bought you got the Ultimate put on top of it. So now everyone is moving very freely. Maybe in a year's time that isn't the case.
Yeah. I think that's what their goal is. They're trying to get people so used to like this that once it's gone and they're like, oh, I only have it for Xbox. Maybe I bump that up.
Yeah.
But I completely see where you're going. I've never thought a game being on PC and the main console ever really like ruined that exclusive type feel for a game.
I understood why people thought it. I don't think it's a big enough deal anymore because, and maybe I see it now through like a streamer's eyes where I'm like, I just want people to play with. So anything that knocks those doors down, I'm all for. Where I don't care if I'm playing with someone on PlayStation. Call of Duty, for instance. I don't care that we play with Toxic Chris and he's on PlayStation and we're on Xbox. That doesn't bother me. It's a good thing for me. I've never understood the fact of, oh, you're ruining the Xbox. Like, no, we're just giving you more options.
It's also like, if you really think about it, you're helping games live longer than they have in the past because there's a 100%. Bigger player base and more likely people are going to stay in because they can play with more friends. The friend who only has a PC or the friend who only has a PlayStation, etc., etc.
Yeah, I mean, I do think both first parties will keep their games tight to the chest. Though I don't think you'll see. I don't think you're gonna see even like a Cuphead or an Ori.
No,
I believe Cuphead's second party and not first. I don't know about Ori. I'm pretty sure that's second party as well. So that makes sense why that goes to Switch. That makes sense. It may not go to a PlayStation, but it makes sense why it goes to Switch for me.
But that also makes sense because it went to Switch however long after. I think we will see that happen still a year or two after a game launches, that there is the possibility that it comes out on the Switch or probably not the PlayStation, but you could see that happen.
I mean, Minecraft Dungeons is technically a Microsoft-owned studio developing a game for a PlayStation. That's the only other game you're going to see it happen with, though.
Yeah, I think that's the only time is where something's like, I think it makes sense for something like Minecraft and even MLB The Show on PlayStation side, because MLB The Show, as much as it is a Sony franchise, that isn't directly tied to Sony. It's still MLB.
Games are always hard as well, aren't they? Because it's such a everybody thing. I know, again, we're gamers, so a lot of gamers don't like sport, but it caters to a wider range of audience.
Yeah.
I mean, and the thing with Double Fine, no, I disagree with you, Tiger. I generally do. I think that Double Fine will make exclusive games for the Xbox platform. It won't. I don't think they'll be like, oh, Double Fine, you've made games on PlayStation for a long time, or you've made games on the Switch, or you've done this. Like, no, they've bought them for a reason, and I think it's to expand their portfolio into games they didn't have beforehand, and a quicker turnaround for Game Pass, which is something that Double Fine, I think, could do. So I don't think you'll see those games go to different systems, personally. Next question is from the Nanobiologist, and he says, why is Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, is that right? Kakarot, thank you, on nobody's list next year? It comes out in January and is set up to be a great RPG that fully immerses us into the story that a lot of us grew up with. Is it poor marketing or complete overshadow by the spring release? From the Nanobiologist. Crash, this is a perfect question for you. You're a Dragon Ball Z fan.
It's an anime game.
I've not heard you talk about it much.
I've said I'm excited for it, but it's an anime game. I don't expect this game to be amazing. I don't expect it to be great. I expect it to be good to decent. A 7 to a 6 is all I really expect from that. The thing is, like, a 7 to a 6. I'm hoping for a 7.
A 6. You need to go 7 to 8, not a 7 to 6. Jesus,
dude, I'll be happy with a 6. Anime games just notoriously aren't great.
Got ya.
So that's why you don't hear a lot of people. When it comes out, people will talk about it. Dragon Ball Z fans will talk about it.
Again, I feel like it's that case of it's that niche market again, which, again, not a small niche, but still a niche. Like, Dragon Ball Z, I go to Comic-Con, I go to EGX, they have the biggest booths, and there are people dressed up as them. I understand this is huge, humongous, but unless you're in that, unless you're in those Discords, or in those Reddit pages, in those Facebook groups, in those communities, why would you hear about this? Like, this is not an everyday gamer's game. That's why. It's not a world that you can just jump into without knowing a lot of lore and a lot of background to the characters. Or at least it's not, for me, it's not been portrayed as that. It's
Yeah.
again, it's Dragon Ball Z, it's anime, it's that's what it is. It's not.
I mean,
It's not. Hello, newcomer, come into my Dragon Ball Z world and have a look. That's not
yeah,
what this is.
you have to like think about it. Like whenever the Naruto games were dropping, it was like really the same case with those games as well. And those games were well received. People were like, "Oh yeah, those games play great. They're amazing."
Yeah.
But nobody really talked about them until they launched, and they got like people would talk about them. You get the Twitter, whatever, and then they disappear. And that's
Yeah.
generally what tends to happen. We'll see. I guarantee you in January, like when this game launches, you'll see a lot more people talking about it for like a week.
For a week. I think I think in Japan it's going to do way better than it would do here, right?
No, I think it'll do good everywhere. Dragon Ball Z is a big franchise in general.
Oh yeah.
Like
Okay.
especially in America, I know it was a lot of people's like first anime. It was a lot of
Yeah,
people's
It was
childhood
it was.
show.
Yeah, it was. I know it has a. I understand. I'm not going to pee off the Dragon Ball Z fans. I'm not going for that. This next one comes from Nova47. It says, will the Series X fit in your current setup / media unit? Yes. This is the perfect console for my setup.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have my Xbox currently where I'm living under a desk or anything. I have it literally next to me on my desk. It's perfect. It's going to sit there, and I'm going to get Amazon Alexa as well, and I'm going to sit next to it. Perfect. Done.
Yeah.
That's how it's going to be for me.
It has a friend sit next to it, right?
Exactly. Can't be lovely. All
Yeah.
I do is sitting next to a PlayStation. Ugh.
Hey man. Some people don't have better options, okay? Yeah, no, like I said earlier, I think it fits really good on a desk, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
But on a TV, like in a TV situation, I would be a little bit worried.
I wouldn't. It can lay down. It's not like it can't lay down.
Yeah, but it's a lot thicker than an Xbox. In the Xbox right now. It's even thicker than the Xbox One, the OG.
What do you mean thicker?
When you lay it down, it's not flat.
Okay. Oh, so you're saying, okay, I understand what you're saying.
So if you're laying it down
Yeah, but
horizontally,
it's not that thick that it wouldn't fit in a unit.
depends. Some people have small unit spaces that they shouldn't be putting their consoles because it'll probably overheat.
I mean, you're putting a console
But
in a little tiny box that's going to overheat. That's your fault.
Oh, absolutely. But you see, like, if you ever see somebody, like, if you see somebody who has like a really clean setup, they have it in like the little box in there where it's like, oh, that's probably overheating, but it looks so good.
Yeah, it looks clean. Looks clean.
Yeah.
Dumb, that dude. Yeah. Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. But yeah, for me, it's going to fit perfect.
Yeah.
Nova. Like, it's going to sit on my desk. It's going to look even cleaner than anything. The fact that I can just cable manage that thing because it's all going to be like coming down. So I'm just going to put it through a tube and boom, done. Oh, yeah, I thought about it a lot.
Yeah, clearly.
Next question. Besides Halo Infinite and Forza Motorsport 8 being Series X launch games, no one has confirmed Forza Motorsport 8, but sure. Taking a guess, based on the Series X trailer, what would you like to see launched alongside it? Perhaps Fable or another long dormant series like Conquer, Perfect Dark, or maybe some new IP we may see at E3 from a Wild Yami. Alright, let me first start this off by saying nobody cares about Conquer.
That's big facts.
Nobody cares about Conquer. Like, I do not want to see no one cares about Conquer.
If they release Conquer, nobody's gonna buy it.
Oh,
be like, oh, this is why we don't release it.
It'll be a perfect kids game, to be fair. So maybe it happens.
No way.
Xbox do not have a mascot like PlayStation.
It won't be Conquer.
I mean, it won't be anyone because mascots are dead.
It'll be the Lucky Fox guy. He'll come back.
Super Lucky Tail. No.
Yeah.
No,
there you go.
Not coming back.
Conquer meets Super Lucky Tail in the epic crossover. The crossover everybody wanted and is waiting for.
I mean, I don't think I can't bog it down to that trailer because that trailer showed pretty much nothing. It was.
I think that trailer was just like, this is what Xbox is.
Can do. Yeah. Like, no. Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right, though. They haven't confirmed Forza, obviously, but I think it's very obvious that Halo, Forza, I don't think you're going to get many launch title games because of it being this weird cross-generation system.
They don't have that emphasis to do it.
You don't need to do it anymore. Like, third party is going to take care of this machine. Game Pass, their marketing for this is going to be, these are the games launching, which will be Halo Infinite, Forza Motorsport 8. I think it would be dope if Fable was a launch title game. because I feel like a dope RPG would be dope. I said a lot of dope there, sorry. Would be amazing. But we'll see. I don't think they're going to force games out that are not ready, number one.
No.
And I feel like their backup is going to be, here's the new system, here's Game Pass, play all of our previous... Play Sunset Overdrive, play all that old games that you didn't get to, blah, 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 blah.
And they'll run better than before.
And they'll, yeah, of course, they'll run better than before, blah, blah, blah. But this is not and maybe, unless I'm reading, this is not a normal launch of a system anymore. Don't expect like a robust first party to third party exclusives at launch. Don't expect it.
Yeah. I think their plan with this, because it is backwards compatible, is a slow release, right? They don't expect a bunch of people to buy it day one.
Consistency. They're going to be consistent in dropping games in games out and in Game Pass. Like, it's going to be, the studios are set up for it now, and they've said they want to do it. I think they've said like every couple of months they want to try and drop a new exclusive. You're gonna think you got, like, at the beginning of the year we're gonna have what comes out? You got before the system drops. You're gonna have Ori. You're gonna have Bleeding Edge. You're gonna have Fable at launch. Halo at launch. Halo at launch. So they've already got a couple of first-party titles out there that would be on the one. So they're gonna back those up with new updates and more content. Like, I don't think you guys or people are seeing it the right way. The old way of consoles being launched are done. It's over with. And that's why I'm struggling to get excited. Because I do want that third-party exclusive coming over. I do, but that's not what's going to happen. We're not getting that. That's why I don't feel like the transition is going to be very... It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be a case of, oh my god, here's my new Xbox. Take it out, put it on the side, plug it in. Oh my god, there's a new dashboard, and that's it. Like, it's not gonna be a case of I can't get these games on the previous system.
Yeah, honestly, it's gonna kind of be like when you upgrade your phone. It's very exciting for the first day or two, and then it's like, it's the same thing.
Speaking of phones, can we pour one out for Haley? She dropped her iPhone 11 and cracked the back of it.
Oh.
Pour one out. What does that teach her, Crash? She didn't buy a
Keep
cover,
a case.
mate. She didn't buy a cover.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, this is my case.
Lots of people learning that lesson. Lots of people learning that lesson.
You made me buy, so thank you. But yeah, so we'll pour one out for Haley. Rest in peace, Haley. Your phone is in bits. But yeah, I don't think you have to. You're right. You are 100% right. You're do you know what? You are 1,000% right. It's a case of, it is. You buy a new phone, you're like, oh my god, this is amazing. You use it for 10 minutes and you go, all right, cool.
It's the same thing.
It's normal. Back to normal.
I don't know if we get a Forza launch.
Yeah, we do. Definitely.
I think so.
They always launch with a very
show off the new looks.
Always. Always.
I would also, I'd guess we get a new IP at launch as well. Or within the launch window.
So. Yeah, you would hope so. I think it would be... Who knows? They've got 14, ain't they? 14 studios, or is it 15 now? Who knows what they're working on? We know, I don't think Hellblade could be launch window, but I don't think it's going to be launch day.
Yeah, and then I think it was Phil Spencer or Aaron Greenberg. I forget who it was, but they mentioned that a lot of the studios also have multiple teams working on multiple games.
Yeah.
So it's really hard right now until we get an idea to know like how many teams are working on how many games and what their like launch windows exactly.
Tactics becomes a Series X launch game.
You think so?
Well, it's not coming out on next year for console. They've not confirmed it for console yet. So that would be a perfect.
It'd be a good game.
It technically would be a launch game. So
very true.
And that would just be a port job from PC to Series X.
Small side note on tactics.
I'm gonna kill Siri. She's been real bad lately.
Every time.
It's because every time you say series, she thinks I'm saying she's been awful lately.
Because it doesn't have it where you have to hold it anymore. It's just you say Siri. Right.
Really annoying. Really annoying.
Talking on tactics for a second, it takes place before the Swarm.
Yeah, no, I
Kate's father.
I read the whole story, I read the whole thing. So I was totally off base last week. That's what happens when you're running off no sleep and you don't do any research.
It's okay.
So I apologize for speaking out my butt.
You know.
I thought my idea was better than what they've done, so maybe they should hire me next time.
Was it?
In my head, it was Coltrane Story. Oh man, takes place same time as 5.
It
You know
doesn't
what?
make
I feel like Resident Evil has catered me towards this though, because all their games
everything
take
taking place
at
in the same time.
So
Yeah.
like it's like I just
So it's
can't
like
have
one
the
big
time.
story instead of like stories that are like cut off from each other.
Is that Resident Evil 6 is literally the same day in 3 different campaigns taking place at the same time.
You heard it
game.
here first.
Terrible game.
Fix
Terrible
wants every game to follow the path of Resident Evil 6. Fix wants another Resident Evil 6. Not even a remake, just a re-release of the same exact game. Get on it, Capcom.
Resident Evil 6. All right, let's be real quick, yeah? Resident Evil 6, not a great game, but not because of its. No, I can't say that. I have no credibility in this industry ever again if I say that.
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say it didn't have problems because of its story, but it does. I can't lie. I'd be lying to everyone if I said
I never
that.
played it, so I have
At
no
the
clue.
end of the game, the guy turns into a fucking mutant. Jake turns into a mutant monster which shoots laser beams out of his arm. Yeah. At the end of Chris's story. Oh, yeah.
Doesn't sound horrible.
Have you not played Resident Evil 6?
I've never played it.
I remember playing it through with Foxes not too long ago, and I forgot how bad it was, so I was just taking the piss out of it the whole time. We should play it. We should actually play it.
Is it on Game Pass?
I think they took it out of Game Pass. I'll buy it for you.
Mhm. How much is it? I don't want you
know.
buying the
I
games.
don't
It's all good.
I
see how
won't add it to your tally. It's all right.
No, I just don't want you buying me games.
Whoa. Oh, okay. I can't buy you a Christmas present?
No, because you won't go on a dinner date with me.
No, I'm not going on no dinner date with you.
That's what I thought.
Moving on. And last question is the same as. Oh, no. This was the same question as Yami's, but I want to give Scott some credit. He also said, now Series X has been revealed. What titles do you think will be launched? We said. Yeah. Crash, let's get into what's been in your box, mate. Because I tell you what, I've been slaying games left, right, and center.
You
bro.
have.
Left, right, and center. I've been destroying games.
Okay.
I've been amazing.
Okay.
You're actually going to be a dick. I can tell exactly what you're going to do already because I know you that well.
Well, what
I
am
know
I
you
going to do?
that well.
What am I going to do?
Oh, yeah, but you didn't finish Outer Worlds.
You know, I wasn't even going to bring it up, but who had to come in here with their big dick energy, huh? I've been slaying games left, right, and center.
I have been.
Except Outer Worlds. I played that for a little bit and was like, I completely
bit.
understand this game. I know what's up with it. Don't got to play it. Don't got to finish it.
Okay,
I
how
can
many
put it in my
hours
top
counts
10
as a
list.
little bit?
How many hours did you put in?
I put 12 hours into that game.
It's a 40-hour game, so that's a little bit.
It's a 20-hour game.
It's a 40-hour game.
No, it's not.
Before it came out, the developer never lies. Before the game came out, they said it was 40 hours.
They used dev time, fam. They literally used dev time. We can start there because I didn't finish. That's the one game I didn't finish. Outer Worlds, I've played, I did not conquer, unfortunately. I didn't need to. I wasn't not enjoying it, but I wasn't enjoying it.
It was good enough.
Either. It was exactly what I was expecting, a more polished, a smaller, more polished version of Fallout. I realize I do not really care about those games anymore.
Yeah.
Open world games need to be more than what those games are for me. I prefer more and the world needs to cater to me as well. I prefer a game where, and especially open world RPG like that, where you can do more in the world than what you can in those games. Like, that's why I think I love GTA so much. It's a case of I can turn on GTA right now and be like, oh, what do I want to do? Okay, I want to go play golf. Like, I like to have stuff to go and do whatever outside of the story of what's going on, and those games just don't have that.
You could kill people, you can steal things, you can talk to people, you can talk to more people, and you can talk to more people.
Yeah, no, and I'm
not to knock it
at all. I'm not saying the game's bad, but the story for me wasn't something I was that interested in, if I'm being honest. And if the story's not getting you in those type of games, then you've kind of half missed it already. Like, yeah. I don't think its gunplay's that good. I think it's better than Fallout.
I was about to say it's definitely better than Fallout, but it's not great.
Yeah, I think it's better than Fallout, but it doesn't have the VAT system as a slowdown system.
I prefer the slowdown system over VAT.
I prefer VAT over slowdown, personally. But yeah, overall, I didn't feel like I needed to finish it. Crash, you said like, oh yeah, I could put it in my top 10. Like the
I
amount
was
that
no,
I played it,
I was
the
just
the
joking.
amount
I wasn't
played
being
it,
serious.
I understood where
Yeah.
I understood where it was. I just didn't need to finish it to understand
Yeah.
that this game wasn't going anywhere else. But let's get to you, my friend, because we've been giving you such a hard time in your Twitch chat lately about finishing games, and you've confirmed that you've beat a game. So what have you beat?
I beat Mortal Kombat.
Oh,
Yeah.
how
Yeah.
was it?
It was good. It was an action game.
Did you actually beat it? Do I have to go check your achievements?
You can check my achievements.
Okay,
I actually beat it.
I will. Okay,
I love that you don't even trust me.
no way.
I beat it. I almost beat Power Rangers Battle for the Grid, and then I almost have Call of Duty campaign finished.
You still haven't beat Call of Duty?
No, I've been wanting to stream the last of it.
Oh, okay. Maybe you should do that then.
I haven't had time to stream.
We can. You can stream today. You can
I'm
stream
gonna
straight after this podcast.
Dude, it's like 7 in the
It's
morning.
not the right time. I knew that was
It's-
coming.
but-
I'll be there.
okay.
I'd be there. It's my day off. I'd be there.
Until you're like, oh man, I'm getting hungry. Crash, I'll be back. You finish this game and I'll be back.
I do get hungry. It's
And
not
then
my fault.
you'll go make an omelet,
I'm
and then you'll
always
start
working.
watching YouTube.
Nope, that's not true.
And you're like, yep.
That's not
Yep.
true.
You'll
I've
watch.
been way better. I've been way better lately. Way better. I even stole your content the other day.
I love how it goes from you dipping in and leaving to you just stealing my content.
Exactly.
I love the evolution. You're like a fully grown Charizard now.
So you've beaten 2 games. Two
Yeah.
games, Chris. So
Almost
that's
3.
Almost 3. You still got another 5.
5.
5 in.
Oh, I also played Slay the Spire. That's almost done.
Cool. Cool.
So
You've
it's
got
4.
another 5. So just to confirm for people that are wondering, we will be doing our Game of the Year talk the 31st of December.
Okay.
Live on twitch.tv/mcfixer.
At what time?
You can't do that day? If you can't do it, then we can move it.
It depends what time. Just let me
I
know the
don't know.
time, and I'll let you know if we can do it.
I will move it. If we have to, it will be that week.
Okay.
All right? That week.
It's just because I don't know
It's
if we're doing
fine.
anything for
You're
New
good.
Year's.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
New Year. Bro, we're not doing it then.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, if you want to do it that day, we
do it
can.
It'll be during the day. I wouldn't do it at night. It'll be during the. Nah, you know what? Nah. But nah, 31st not gonna work. I didn't even think. Do you know what? I've got no plans this new year, as you probably can tell. So I'm like, yeah, who gives a crap? Do it whenever. Maybe we do it. Why don't we do it? Why don't we do it the 3rd
The 3rd?
of December, which is a Friday.
The 3rd of December.
The 3rd of January.
I was about to say, like, we missed that ship a little while ago.
Yeah,
we could do
the 3rd of
the
January.
3rd of January. Yeah,
which
we
is
could do
Friday, and we do it Friday night.
that.
So
Okay.
then hopefully people finish work, blah, 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 blah. And then we sit down. The plan is 10 games each for our top 10 list.
Okay.
Then we're going to do... So we're going to come together for the My Xbox and Me top 10 list.
Yeah.
Then we're going to talk through our top 10 list. Then we're going to do a top 5 of Xbox games list.
A top 5.
Top 5.
Exclusives are like everything that's on Xbox.
I think we're going to go exclusives, which is going to be so hard because there isn't even that many.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if there's 5 exclusives. We'll see.
I know. We'll see. But if there
Yeah.
are, we'll rank them.
Yeah.
That's the plan. All right?
Okay.
So 10, 10. No. So to 10 together. So that's where we argue. Then we say our personal top 10s. Then we do Xbox's top 5.
Yeah.
That's the plan. On the 3rd of December at a certain time that will be announced next week.
Yeah.
Cool. So, okay. What have I beat? I've beat The Blair Witch.
How'd you like it?
It was hard to get through. Towards the end there.
Not good,
Yeah.
or
I should have known what I was walking into. I should have known. The Blooper team made it, the same team that done Layer of Fear. I love Layers of Fear. I thought that was a great game. The problem is, once you know what the game is, you no longer really care. It wasn't that scary. If I'm being honest. I didn't find it that scary. Couple of jump scare moments, yep. But that was it. Like, it wasn't... I don't think its atmosphere was that scary. Towards the end, there's this bit in the house that was quite scary. But I don't know how this game got 8.8 on IGN. personally. Like,
Mm.
I would put it high sixes, low maybe 7. Like, that's where I would go. I get it. I just wanted more from it. Like, there isn't. I don't know. I don't know what to say without spoiling the game, so I don't want to spoil it. Like, that's end of the year, we can spoil it, sort of thing. But I finished that. It took me about 5 hours, 4 or 5 hours. I'm glad I played it because I do like those type of games. It just it needed more. There needed more to be happening constantly, which there wasn't. So.
Okay.
But yeah, I beat that. What else did I beat? Oh man,
Need for Speed.
I beat Need for Speed Heat, which is the best Need for Speed I've played since probably Most Wanted, which is high regards in my opinion.
Better than Most Wanted, or like not as good?
No, not as good as Most Wanted. For me, it goes Underground 2, Underground 1, Most Wanted.
Okay.
Oh no, actually, there's a PSP game that come out, and I always forget its name. That's better than Most Wanted as well. That game was sick. But yeah, really enjoyed my time with Need for Speed though. Really enjoyed my time with it. I started it and was like, oh, I don't know how I feel about this. And then once I got to terms with the way the game plays, the racing works, I really enjoyed it. Story's a bit hokey, a bit boring, a bit whatever, but its driving mechanics and the way they do the world is really cool. Like, it's got this RP and money system, so at night you earn rep and at daytime you earn money. But at night time, obviously, there's more police around to come and get you, and you lose all your RP if you get caught. So it's that
all
risk
of it?
reward. Most of the time, yeah. So it's that risk reward where, like, or if you do like 2 races, let's say at night, yeah, your RP will be like Need for Speed Heat. Your heat will be like 2. So if you can get back to your garage and like collect that RP, it will be times 2 that because the police wanted you to 2 times as much. Where like, you can get all the way up to 5 and it gets super crazy and reckless and police just destroy you. But yeah, I had a real good fun with that game. I didn't expect to, but I really did enjoy it. So very happy I beat that. That I beat something else as well.
I think it'd be like 2 other games.
Yeah, I feel like I did. One sec, I'll bring up the list. Let me have a look.
You talk about Star Wars.
Don't think I have talked about Star Wars. I beat Star Wars. That's all I'm going to say on that. Again, another one of those things where I'm like, oh yeah, you're right. Oh, it was the games I beat in the last, which we've probably not spoke about, was Star Wars, Destiny 2 Shadowkeep, World War Z, Need for Speed, and Blair Witch. 5 games. Have you beat Star Wars?
Nope.
Are you going to?
Yeah.
Yeah, you should. It's definitely worth beating. Ending was very good. Very much enjoyed the ending. But again, I don't want to say anything. People are playing it still. I don't want to spoil it. No spoilers. Like, that's not what we are. That's what we do here. So yeah, play Star Wars. It's worth beating. But as someone who's not a Star Wars fan, I had a lot of problems with the game. Obviously, it's resolution, it's frame rate sometimes. That's all been fixed now, to be honest with you. So it's definitely worth beating. I do think it's definitely a game worth beating. And yeah, Destiny Shadowkeep, I was literally at the last part. I just had to grind. It wasn't even grind. It literally took me 10 minutes to do the bit that I needed to do. Like, if that, I don't think it even did that. I sold something that I shouldn't have, so I had to go and kill some things real quick. And literally, I looked it up on YouTube, the best place to go. Went back, it was back on Earth, like the beginning part. Went there, did that twice, did the final mission on my own, which was kind of hard on my own. I was like, please, somebody. And you were just like, no, I'm playing League, F you. I was like,
wait, don't say that. I said, I'm in the middle of a match, let me finish this match, and then I'll carry you.
And then I did it. I did it all by myself. Carried myself.
And then you tweeted out as well that you wanted help, and nobody responded on Twitter.
I know. No one cared about me.
That was cold, man. That was
nobody cared. I deleted that tweet. Didn't perform well. But yeah, so that is that. I've got 3 games left on my to-do list, which is Kingdom Hearts 3, Life is Strange Season 2, and Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. So yeah,
how are you gonna tackle those?
So Kingdom Hearts, I will start. What day is it today?
Monday. Tuesday.
Monday. I will probably start that Thursday because Haley's off Thursday, so we'll probably play it on stream like we did with Blair Witch, where we stream from the bed and stuff. So we'll probably do that. And Life is Strange, I can pretty much do that whenever I want. That's not hard or long to do. And Ultimate Alliance, I don't know, that's a weird one where it's like I don't need to beat it because it's not important, but I want to. I do want to, and plus I want the DLC as well because I actually really enjoyed the game. Games that I am not going back to, which I know you didn't ask all this, but actually I'll save the rest of this for when we do a Game of the Year talk, because we'll go through I want to go through every single game that I've played and games that I missed. I missed like 5 games that I wanted to get to, which I just didn't get around to. So, yeah, that is that. So let's get into the news. How long have we been going, Chris? How long have we been going? Hour. We're an hour on dot. Not even got to the news. There isn't much news, so you're all right. Xbox Series X name explained by Microsoft. Microsoft has revealed the name for its next-gen console. It's simpler than it originally believed. It turns out the name of the Microsoft next-gen line is just Xbox, and the Series X is the specific model of the console. The news comes from Business Insider, who confirmed with the Microsoft representation that the Xbox Series X name revealed at the Game Awards applies only to that specific version of the console. Quote, "The name we're carrying forward to the next generation is simply Xbox," the Microsoft representative said. And at the Game Awards, you saw that name come through the Xbox Series X. Similar to what fans have seen with the previous generation, the name X Series allows room for additional consoles in the future. All but confirming that we will be getting more consoles down the line. I mean, I've kind of took that as this. I don't see why this is like a big deal.
Yeah,
I understand why people were confused, though. The one thing I'm scared about already with Xbox is they're already muddling the messaging with names. I'm like, oh no. No.
They should just not
say
anything.
Just shut up. Like don't say nothing.
Obvious. Like, I don't know. It was just like such a weird thing for them to say, in my opinion, because like people aren't going to refer to it as Xbox. So putting that messaging out isn't going to change it. People are still going to call it the Series X and whatnot.
I feel like that's what it's going to be called. It's not going to be called the Xbox Series X. It's going to be called the Series X. Because someone's going to say, what Xbox you got? You're going to say Series X.
Yeah.
Like,
or it'll be like,
what console do you have? They're going to say Xbox.
Oh, which one?
Which
Series
one?
X.
Series X.
Or
there
whatever.
You go.
It's like, what phone do you have? I have an iPhone. Oh, which one? 11, 10, whatever have you.
But
11
who even
plus,
asked
whatever.
that? You never asked, what phone do you have? You say iPhone. No one ever asks which one.
When the 11 drops, people do.
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't really ask people about their phones, man. I don't care.
Me either.
But,
do you?
It's in that vein. If we cared about phones, we would.
Yeah, I don't care. I've learned that I don't care about the phones. I care way more about, like, Resident Evil.
So, Resident Evil 6 good, huh?
I'm not doing that. No, we're not playing that game. We're not driving that narrative either. Games industry. Oh, that's what I wanted to talk about. The gamesindustry.biz put out this link of things, which I thought we could talk about real quick. So this has all been compiled by gamesindustry.biz, Newzoo, Yuki, Sensor Tower, IHS Market, ICO Partners, and one more. So you can't see this, Crash. But there's this big
confused.
image. No, this big image on gamesindustry.biz. So I wanted to break it down with you so you could see all the numbers from 2019. So starts here with which sectors made the most money, yeah? Mobile made 68.2 billion. Tablet games made 13.4 billion. Smartphone games made 54.7 billion. PC games made 35.3 billion. Browser games made 3.5 billion. Boxed and digital games for PC made 3.1 billion. And console made 4.5 billion. Dollars, this is. Dollars. Making the console market second to mobile. So the mobile market officially made more money than console.
That's not surprising.
I'm not. There's more. I'm not saying surprising. I'm just saying there's lots of stats.
Oh, no. I'm just saying.
Okay, yeah. Just so. But I feel like it's not surprising, obviously. Yeah? To us, obviously. But this is why Xbox and obviously Apple, but Xbox are going for that handheld market now. It's like we need to do something to bring those players into quote unquote real games. Like, get them away from freemium. Get them away from because this is an Apple Arcade mobile.
Yeah.
6.8 billion. This is Candy Crush and
Right.
all
But
those
like
other
I don't
games.
think the people who are into Candy Crush are gonna switch over to Xbox.
Not straight away.
I don't think at all.
I disagree with you a little bit because I feel like anything that becomes easily accessible to them, they will want to pick up.
I disagree because Candy Crush is a super simple game. My parents
agree.
play Candy Crush.
Yeah, so
A
does
lot
Hayes'
of
dad.
old people play Candy Crush. You can give an old person an Xbox controller, the little clip thing you have, and be like, "Here you go, play Gears of War. It's a better game, and it's super easy to play. You just click and play." They're gonna look at it. They're gonna play, and they're gonna be like, "I don't even know what I'm doing. I just want to swipe and watch the candy go away, bro. I don't even like know what this is."
Fair enough. We got box versus digital. So global PC, console boxed, and digital revenue is up and is at 77.1 billion. I'll get into the nitty gritty stuff here, which is the UK box sales by platform. Yeah, this is by UK. PS4 is sitting at 44%. Xbox is sitting at 26%, 0.8%. Nintendo at 26%. 3DS at 1.8%. PC at 0.9%. Hasn't even got 1% in the UK. And other, which I haven't got a clue what that is 0.5%.
The Vita.
No, maybe you could be right. UK revenue, Sony are dominating that with 43%. Obviously, Nintendo coming second at 28%, with Xbox sitting at 25%, and the rest are kind of no one cares. Days until first digital discount. Resident Evil 2, it took 69 days. Hey, shout out to 69. Gears of War 5, it took 65 days. Sekiro, it took 63 days. Blood and Truth, it took 56 days. Kingdom Hearts 3, it took 49 days. Metro Exodus, it took 47 days. Mortal Kombat 11, it took 45 days. FIFA 20, it took 39 days. And Borderlands 3, it took 31 days. Control, 31. Death Stranding, 28. Team Sonic Racing, 27. The Outer 27. Call of Duty Modern Warfare, 27. Ghost Recon Breakpoint, 25. The Division 2, 19. Need for Speed Heat, 13 days. After release, it had a discount. 13 days. And Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. How many days do you think?
9.
0. It's not been discounted.
Oh, really? Damn.
Apparently. Most covered games in the industry via articles. Fortnite number 1, Death Stranding number 2, Apex Legends number 3, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 number 4, Borderlands 3 number 5, Cyberpunk number 6, Destiny 2 number 7, Pokemon Sword and Shield number 8. I thought that would be higher, personally. No, you don't think so? Okay. There's one that surprises me at the end here. Number 9, Overwatch. Number 10, Mortal Kombat 11. Number 11, The Division 2. Number 12, Red Dead Redemption. Number 13, Pokemon Go. Number 14, Gears of War 5. Number 15. What is missing from that list, Crash? Games covered.
Grand Theft Auto.
No, but good question. Okay, that's a good one. That's not the one I would have thought, but yeah. Minecraft. Number 15. Bit low. In my opinion.
No. I don't think like that's articles, right?
Yes.
Yeah, no. I don't think articles are really written about Minecraft too much anymore. Minecraft just is a thing. Whoever's into it is into it.
Can you guess the number 1 game on Twitter?
On Twitter?
Yeah.
Pokemon.
Fortnite. Number 1, Fortnite.
I should have said that. Why did I not think of
Apex
that?
Legends. Number 3, Death Stranding. Number 4, Borderlands 3. Number 5, League of Legends. Number 6, Mortal Kombat. Damn. Number 6, Cyberpunk. Number 8, Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Number 9, The Division 2. And number 10, Overwatch. I assume you already know about the most viewed videos on YouTube, because YouTube put out like the whole rewind.
Oh, yeah. The Minecraft at number 1.
What's number 2?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Fortnite.
If you're not number 1, you're not even in the conversation.
True. Minecraft number 1, Fortnite number 2, Grand Theft Auto 5 number 3, Free Fire, never even heard of the game, number 4, and Roblox number 5.
Shout out to
Most
Roblox.
viewed videos of E3 2019, Crash. No, it's not
Keanu
my
Reeves
Resident
number
Evil. Cyberpunk is number 1.
Keanu Reeves is number 1.
Number 2?
Keanu Reeves at a different angle.
No.
I don't know. I have no clue.
Marvel's Avengers. Number 2.
Really? Oh, okay.
Number 2. Number 3.
Hit me with it.
It's a sports game.
FIFA?
Yes. FIFA.
If it wasn't FIFA, I wouldn't know what to say.
Which, that's what annoys me about when, obviously, because everyone gets annoyed when EA shows FIFA. And I'm like, you guys are idiots. Of course, FIFA's going to be here. Like, it's the most viewed game up there. Like, number 3 of 2019.
Other when it's shown, I think people get bothered when it's like a 10-minute segment on FIFA.
I mean, yeah, but it's getting the views. It's getting the views.
I wonder how long the watch time is for those videos.
There's still so much more here, so I'm not going to go through it all. But we'll do the content top influencers. Chris, I don't think I can only name one of them. I didn't even know half any of these people.
All right, hit me with them.
Jelly.
No clue.
PewDiePie.
Yeah, I know him.
BBC Trolling.
No.
Sunday.
Nope.
The Grief G.
No.
What's When Games Fall, Leon?
I know Leon from plenty of games.
It's Funnin'?
Nope.
Nah, yeah, I'm done with the rest of these. I don't know who any of these are apart from PewDiePie. That's the only person I know. And he's not even number 1. He was number 2.
He's taking a slow year, you know?
To be fair, well, you say that. So Jelly's number 1 with 1.2, I'm assuming that's billion. Again, it's a lot of numbers. He put out 580 videos, averaging 2.2 billion something, alright? Covering 19 games. PewDiePie did 1 billion, I think, but put out 90 videos. Jelly put out 580.
Oh my god.
PewDiePie put out less than 100 videos.
PewDiePie let him have it, bro. He was like, yeah, I don't even want that.
Literally, didn't even think about it. And the new IP releases, you had Sony put out 2. Sony announced, I think it's new IP versus releases, yeah? Sony announced 10 new IPs, released 7 of them. Microsoft announced 6 new IP, released 0 of them.
Okay.
That'll do. There's some more stats, but that's enough stats for today. Shout out to GamesIndustry.biz. Fantastic website. Top 10 games: Call of Duty, Star Wars, FIFA, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Luigi's Mansion, Pokemon Sword, Just Dance, Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. I want it so bad, Gresh. I want it so bad. Tekken 7 and Project Cars. That's your top 10.
You're talking about this list for a second. I thought you were naming like of the whole year. I was like,
no,
Mario and Sonic Olympics.
That's ending of the week of the 14th. That's the top 10 this week, guys. Crash, Games with Gold this month. Insane Robots from December 1st to December 31st. Jurassic World Evolution from December 16th to January 31st, I believe. Toy Story is available. Actually, I think it's done already. Apologies. And Lords of the Fallen Castlevania is also available until the 31st. Craig? I almost called you my brother. Craig? Jesus, I'm going to talk about South Park. Crash, let's plug, and get ourselves out of here. What you got to plug this week, dude?
Twitter.com/@
Jesus.
I forgot how Twitter works.
That's not how you do a URL. You
how
don't
Twitter
put
works.
At. You just, what I would do if I was you is just say @ and then you're
at patreon.com/MCFixer. Keep
Again?
the lights on.
Again?
I messed it up. I can't save it now. Might as well plug something else.
You always can. Remember, go find me everywhere at MC Fixer, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, Mixer, everywhere. I'm moving to Mixer.
You keep
People
saying
think
that.
I'm not. People think I'm not doing it.
I think you are.
I am. I'm going to Mixer and doing 3 days a week, and I'm going to do 2 days a week on Twitch. That's the plan.
You want me to let you know on something? I think the reason you keep mentioning is because you're not sure if you want to.
I'm not.
You
I'm
deep down,
nervous.
you're like,
I'm nervous. I'm nervous about it. I am. I'm nervous. Moody was giving me a hard time. Not really a hard time. He mentioned it. He said, "But didn't you already do this?" I was like, "No, because I've not actually committed once to the Mixer. Like committed.
yeah, what you were doing before was like
I
doing
was
it 2 days a
dabbling.
week, and you weren't
Yeah.
really like that. Wasn't really putting an effort into
No.
it.
No.
That's like me saying, yeah, I'm gonna do YouTube this year, and I put out 2 videos the whole year or whatever. And it's like, yo, my YouTube's booming, bro. I tried and it just won't grow. Shout out to all the YouTubers out there.
My YouTube done well this year. Had a better year than last year.
You wanna know what's interesting? You actually put out videos this year.
I put
There
out
weren't
videos
podcasts.
last year.
Not really.
I mean, I put out this year. I put out. What did I put out this year? The Sonic Reactions trailer was huge.
It all
My Resident Evil 3 reaction trailer is now my 4th best video of all time. Anytime I talk about Resident Evil, it does well.
You're the Resident Evil guy that got banned from by Capcom.
I did. It's true. But now I follow him on Instagram, so I saw her.
Now you don't need the Twitter.
F your Twitter. I've got your Instagram.
F the Twitter team.
It's not even a
Don't
team,
ban
it's one
me.
person. I know who it is as well.
Have you asked them about it?
I've mentioned it to them.
And what they say?
They ignored me. Yeah.
Well, it happens.
It does. You better hope I don't get my hands on Resident Evil 3 early. Because I will leak it. I will leak it all over the place.
No, you won't.
I will.
You won't do it again.
This time I will.
You won't do it again.
I will. I'll set up a separate account. And I'll just keep streaming from it. I'll still do it on YouTube. They can get come for me.
Okay.
They definitely will come for me. Just so everyone's aware. They definitely will.
No. Keep that same energy. Do it. I'm gonna make sure you get an early copy.
Wow.
I'm gonna get one in America. I'm gonna fly over there. And I'm gonna give it to you.
Whoa. No,
Mhm,
an early copy. Wait, you're making it sound like I
Mhm.
did something wrong. I didn't do anything wrong.
Whoever sold you the early copy did something wrong.
Yeah, they did.
And when you streamed it early,
CX, what,
when you streamed it early, you did something wrong.
I didn't, but sure. But yeah, we got one more episode before Christmas, right? Yeah, we do. One more episode before Christmas, so I won't say Merry Christmas or anything like that. Enjoy your times this week. I hope you enjoyed this week's show. Until next time, I will love you, leave you, and see you.
Do we have an episode before
later?
Christmas?
Yeah, there's one episode before Christmas, all right?
Oh, Christmas Eve.
Yeah,
24.
exactly. And I'll be wearing a Christmas hat, all right? Confirmed here now.
I'll get a Christmas hat. I can get an elf hat. You want me to get an elf hat?
Bye, everyone.